What's happening, beer boys, beer girls? Rod J back again to take a look at another beer. Thanks for swinging by to check out another video. Today I'm going to take a look at one from out of Bloomington, Indiana. This is from the Bloomington Brewing Company, and it is their Ruby Bloom Amber. So it is an American Amber Red Ale, comes in at 6% ABV, 11 IBU. On the label, it makes mention that the malts used are pale, Munich, caramel, and black, and the hops are Mount Hood and Tettnanger. So this is actually the first time, obviously, that I've tried this one, and I picked up another one from Bloomington Brewing in the past when I went on a beer run through Indiana. Looking forward to see how this one comes out. The other one was very pleasant for what I received and was definitely worth it. So let's go ahead and get this baby open and get it into the glass. And again, if you want to see that label, there you have it right there. A little artistic picture, information on the side, and then on the other side, some other information. Now for this one, I'm just going to use a tulip glass instead of getting one of the other ones, and came out with a pretty decent color on it. It is definitely darker than I thought it was going to be for an American Amber Red. As you can see there, it's almost like a brownish red color. Looks like it might be lightening up a little bit though, so maybe we'll let it settle for a second. When I get a light behind it, it does have that reddish tint on it, but it's just a little darker than I kind of expected. 11 IBU, so we know it's going to be heavily malt forward on this one. The head came out a little bit less than anticipated. Came out about 1.5 fingers. Now it's about 3/4 of a finger. So it is breaking down pretty quickly. Not as much foaminess to it, and it does sit kind of as a beige or tan color. The aroma, you have a nice sweetness from the malts. Kind of interesting though, it's almost got like an earthiness to it. Now the two hops that I mentioned they use on this one, I'm not as familiar with those, especially the Tettnanger, so I'd have to check out to see what that one may do, as well as the Mount Hood. They seem to be more of an earthier type tone, but they're very faint on the back end of it. You're really just kind of getting more of a sweetness with the malts. You're kind of getting a little bit of a roastiness in there. Not as much that you would get like towards a porter, but it is definitely in there, kind of a hint of it. You get some of the caramel type smell. Kind of like a toffee sweetness is the other thing that I kind of pick up on this one. Let's go ahead and check out a taste. Interesting. So in the taste portion, I do get a nice little pop in the beginning. You get a nice little sting to the tip of the tongue. It carries in some of that sweetness and kind of like a caramel type feel, a toffee type feel in there from the malts. But it's kind of not anything that really pops out as much. It's kind of just like this one lingering like flat line of the flavor. It's not what I would call to be stale or anything like that, but it's kind of just very linear in that it's not really going as much anywhere outside of what you're really getting from that one note from the flavor. In my mind, I kind of think kind of like a cardboardish type thing, where it's just a plain, subtle flavor, but you are getting some of the taste of the grains. And the texture is very nice. It's not thin at all. It's got a nice amount of weight to the body. Nice medium body beer. Carbonation sits perfectly fine on this one, not too overly carbonated, not feeling a huge sensation of burp by any means. The flavor duration is kind of sticking around for a little bit, probably like your average or maybe a little bit less than average on the duration, but it is starting to move a little bit more off the tongue now and getting up kind of into the cheek area. Mouthfeel is okay on it, but again, it's just got a unique flavor boost, and I think it's coming from what they may have used in here for some of the hops and the malts. But like I said, they do have the caramel malts, and you are picking that up here, and you do pick up the Munich pretty much well also. But it's got some nice subtleties to it. I mean, you can easily sit here and enjoy it. You do get some of the astringency. I am feeling some of the lip smacking astringency taking place here. Kind of just an intriguing type beer. Different. It's something that I'm actually enjoying it, and it's not like like I said, a pulled or anything like that, but it's kind of got almost a feel from those malts where you have that malty flavor. It doesn't get to a point where it's like a coffee type thing, but it's got enough of that grain taste in it that it really does stand out, and it really accentuates well inside this beer. Very interesting. If any of you have had this one out there from Bloomington Brewing Company, let me know. Put some comments in the comments section. But this is one that really definitely jumps out at me as being a little bit different. Very drinkable on it. Now on the label, they make mention of deep amber with notes of toffee, toffee, caramel, and dark wildflower honey. And yeah, I do get that in there, and that's part of it. I am getting some of that honey sweetness there too. And it might be just that honey that they're using mixed with those malts is kind of giving me that weird kind of unique flavor with this one. And you say you do get invited chocolate aroma and a soft, supple finish. So I guess I'm pretty much on point for what they want you to get out of this beer, because I am getting a lot of that stuff there. But yeah, that sweetness is something very nice in this one. And with some of the ambers, I'm usually used to them being a little bit more crisp, but this one is a little bit different. I kind of dig on this one. But if you happen to see it and you like a sweeter type beer as an amber ale, you may like this one then. It's got a nice syrupy texture also. But again, this is the Ruby Bloom Amber from Bloomington Brewing Company. Like I said, if you've had it before, let me know. Put some comments in the comment section. But go ahead and check it out if you happen to see it, especially if you like a sweeter type amber ale. Well, with that all being said, thanks for swinging by to check out another video. I look forward to catching you next time. Keep drinking those good craft beers. Cheers.